Aquarius, welcome back to Tune Into Tarot, and today we'll be diving into the month of November 2021 for anyone with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Aquarius. This reading is for you. So without further ado, let's tune into tarot for the month ahead. So in the energy of your recent past, Aquarius, it looks like you've been juggling a lot of plates. You may have had a lot of responsibilities, a lot of commitments or dates or obligations that you've been juggling. And for the most part, with the Two of Pentacles, you've been able to tackle your to-do list or those things on your agenda quite seamlessly and gracefully. Although it is draining, but you've been able to tackle it and take care of it. So good on you. Often with the Two of Pentacles, this can suggest a choice or a decision that needs to be made, or you're sort of weighing your priorities. Often this can have to do with a financial investment or the way you're allocating funds. So you may decide to reallocate funds from one area of your life into another area that's sort of calling your attention now. Maybe there's an area of your life you've been neglecting, and so you're putting more focus in that space. If it doesn't necessarily have to do with money or reallocating finances, it can indicate sort of where you're putting your attention, your energy, your focus. Maybe there's an area of your life that's been taking a lot of your focus in the recent past, and you're sort of wanting to reprioritize other parts of your life right now. Maybe you're taking your focus off of your career and you decide to focus more on your relationship, or vice versa. Or if you've been focused on a side hustle, you maybe decide to focus more on your main job, like a 9-to-5, but just kind of changing the way you focus your attention might be something you've been dealing with in the recent past. And then moving into the first week of November, we are dealing with the Knight of Swords, which is a very fast acting, motivated, driven, high energy type of character that may be entering your life. Someone who likes to communicate, who sends a lot of text messages and emails, phone calls, FaceTime, Zoom meetings. There's a lot of communication that might be happening. This might be a new romantic interest or a current romantic interest, maybe not so new, but someone who's just very talkative and loves to communicate and it has a very clear mind, or you may be embodying these characteristics yourself. Just having a very clear mind, talking a lot, communicating a lot, feeling very confident in your speech and communication abilities. Or sometimes the Knight of Swords can indicate change or sudden change. So maybe there's some kind of shift that comes in this first week of November to your life that creates some kind of decision that you may need to make, or you're weighing up an option. The Knight of Swords will often kind of leap into battle without thinking about the consequences or the repercussions of that move. So it also can indicate in communication, sort of speaking without thinking and not having much of a filter. So you may say some things in this first week of November that you regret. So try to speak a little bit more slowly and just consider what kind of weight those words carry, as to not sort of upset anyone. But moving on into the second week of November, we've got the Empress, which is a lovely card of abundance and creativity and fertility and sensuality, sexuality, magnetism, attraction, feeling motherly and nurturing and loving and compassionate. So it's really beautiful energy that's sort of unfolding in this second week of November. And to have the Knight of Swords and the Empress on the board here, it's indicating possibly a romantic union happening between these two people. So perhaps you will be engaging in some romantic pursuits in the first half of the month, or you may be deciding between a couple different options in the realm of romantic suitors. So you may have multiple dates or multiple romantic suitors talking to you and calling your attention, and you may be sort of weighing your options, like who do I want to go out with? So that's not a bad problem to have. If you're not dealing with a romantic connection, then the energy of the Empress is just a very lovely, confident, beautiful, nurturing, compassionate energy. So enjoy that while it lasts. In the third week of November, Aquarius has the Three of Cups reversed. This usually indicates a delay or a cancellation in regards to an event or a party that might be planned. or a wedding, especially if these two people are getting married and they have a wedding planned, it may get canceled or delayed for some reason. Or leading up into Thanksgiving, you may have Thanksgiving plans that get delayed or postponed or shifted in some way, or just doesn't turn out in the way you had anticipated. Sometimes the Three of Cups can also suggest a love triangle. So in the reverse position, this may suggest that someone in the love triangle gets cut out of that triangle. And that may be you that gets cut out, or it might be someone else that gets cut out. But yeah, something might have some kind of delay or cancellation or postponement, or someone getting removed from a love triangle may unfold in this third week. Now, I will say that there is a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on November 19th. And that will land for Aquarius. Let's see, Aquarius is February, March, April, May. So that'll be in your 4th house of home. So the full moon usually brings a closure of some kind. So there might be something ending within your family or your home life. Are you moving? Are you selling a house? Are you concluding some kind of renovation project possibly within your home? Or if there's some kind of family dynamic that's coming to an end or a close, or someone's moving out of your home or into your home, there's some kind of shift maybe or change happening within your home with Taurus landing there, or some kind of ending or closure coming in this third week. Now, often endings will bring new beginnings, so keep that in mind, that with any ending can come a new beginning. So one door closes, another one opens. In this 4th week of November, we do appear to have the 5 of Swords reversed. And anytime you get a 5, usually that indicates conflict, but in the reverse position, it's positive because that means there's some kind of resolution to the conflict or an ending to the conflict. So if you've been dealing with some kind of frustrating situation within your workspace or your family or your home, or your relationship, if there's been some static, some disagreement, some kind of battle, ongoing battle, or a legal dispute, it looks like not necessarily that someone wins or there's a compromise that helps to resolve it, but just more like there's a surrendering effect where both parties just decide to sort of agree to disagree and you go your separate ways. It's possible there's a wedding that gets canceled or gets called off, right, this month, and you just kind of decide, you know what, this is actually not going to pan out in the way we thought, and so let's just agree to disagree and go our separate ways. Something like that. Or with your Thanksgiving plans, like I said, you may have invited people to come over for Thanksgiving, but they're not able to make it for some reason, or their planes get delayed or postponed or canceled, so your plans kind of dissolve for Thanksgiving. The energy I'm getting with this card is just the phrase, it is what it is. Like, you can't really fight it or resist it. It's just you have to accept how things are unfolding, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. So just try to not necessarily be patient, but just sort of, like I said, just don't resist, don't fight it, don't force anything, just allow the chips to fall where they may, and trust that the universe is unfolding and the events are unfolding in the way they are meant to, and try to go with the flow a little bit. Final words of wisdom from Oracle, we've got many masks. This is the authentic self. I've never pulled this card before, number 38. So let's see what the Shaman's Dream Oracle has to say for our Aquarians for November. This has to do with themes of the authentic self, energizing internal allies, and a conscious shift. We live in a world where everyone we see wears a mask. We wear these masks to cover up and protect who we really are. We learn to do so because we've been conditioned to try to appear a certain way to fit into society. Masks allow us to belong, so we remain within the confines of what is expected. Masks are not inherently bad, rather they provide context and structure for our personalities and soul's expression. Some of us might believe that a particular mask, fixed and hardened onto us, is our permanent face. We forget that we are living beings with a multitude of faces, enabling us to experience a fuller, more vibrant world. Your authentic essence doesn't want to be constrained by others' expectations anymore. Now is the time to strip away the mask you've accepted and discover who you really are. A new self is emerging, and your perception changes as you adopt new ways of being. Right now, it's really important to allow yourself to experiment, to experience the world in all its myriad potentials and possibilities. Try on different masks and let yourself be fluid and curious. How will you know what you love and what you resonate with if you don't take off the masks you've always worn and test drive some new ones? Your authentic essence will never change. It only expresses itself differently through these optional selves. Through trial and error, you discover more and more about who you want to become. What would it feel like to explore the side of you? Anything is possible if you're willing to open up to your potential. You truly can move beyond the barriers that society has set. Use your imagination and step into the magic. So Aquarius, I hope you found some insights and guidance for your month ahead. And if so, please like this video, comment below, let me know how your month unfolds. Share this with any of your Aquarius friends. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. And I thank you for being here. I'll check in with you guys next month. Take care.